Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Sade coming through to talk about what it means to have your natal moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, if you haven't seen my video on what your moon sign even means, go ahead and check that out. Really briefly, I'll go ahead and describe your natal moon is what you instinctually need in order to feel safe, in order to feel seen, and really to use the characteristics of your sun sign, which is your ego, and navigate the world around you. So understanding your natal moon is really important in just learning the inner you, the you that most people don't get to see, but it's the you that you spend the most time with and that your most intimate friends get to see, notice, and experience. So what does it mean when you have it in the sign of Sagittarius? Sagittarius, the archetype of Sag in general, love this fire sign. I am a Sag North Node, so I understand these qualities and deal with these qualities a lot myself. But Sag is masculine, number one. It's a masculine sign, it's fire, and it is mutable. So with it being fire, it likes to initiate and take action. It being masculine, it's very direct. And with it being a mutable sign, mutable just means able to adapt and adjust to the circumstances around them. So this moon placement, the moon is naturally cardinal. It's naturally water, ruled by Cancer, and feels the most comfortable when it's in an earth element. Now, it being in fire doesn't make it good or bad. It just means that water and fire together are two completely different elements, and learning how to work with them can be very powerful, very healing. My moon is as well in a fire sign. I am an Aries moon. So water and fire coming together, it's challenging, but when you find that happy medium, you're literally mixing the fire being the spirit as well as that ancestral wisdom and that divine feminine energy and softness. So with Sag, these moon types are truth seekers. Sag, if you know the image of a Sag sign, it's the centaur. So it's the half human, half horse. And the centaur is constantly pointing an arrow, aspiring it in a direction. And once that arrow goes, the horse legs, the hooves, whatever, they're running towards that direction of where they're finding their mission, their philosophy, as well as their quest. Sagittarius rules religious quests. It rules the guru, the sage. It's a level of wisdom you get at an older age. The opposite sign of Sag is Gemini, so it's the student. Gemini is a student that is learning in the classroom. Sag is the old sage that goes through life's experiences and acquires this wisdom. So these moon folks are always in search of truth, a sense of belief system. These people can be religious, or even if they don't subscribe to strict religious views that are accepted by society, these people have their own code of conduct, their own religious code of conduct that they follow. And because it's a fire element, Sages are very big on their truth, and they're very opinionated about their truth. And getting these fire folks to see that an aspect of their truth can be flawed or can be wrong, because it's that fire element, it is challenging. So if you're ever in an argument with folks that have Sag moons, if they are solid and believing in their truth, they're going to fight that tooth and nail, and they're going to feel entitled and obligated to fight that, with it being this fire energy. Sages are extremely generous. So these moon folks, they are going to be people that can have conversations with really any type of person, okay? Very social, very generous, and constantly in a need for freedom. Remember, Sag is always aspiring and searching. So these folks, it's very hard to pin them down. There's a constant need to explore. Like my cat, there's a constant need to explore, a constant need to travel, and a need of escapism, okay? Sag is naturally ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the generous, benefic planet of abundance, of luck. These people are very lucky in life based off of the friends that they have around them. They are able to really have a lot of luck in life. But sometimes that over expansion of optimism that comes with Sagittarius is really a form of escapism as well. So these are people who can be very unsettled in life in terms of maybe an earth moon might focus more on being foundational and practical and grounded, whereas a Sag moon is in this constant need of activity, constant need of learning. So it can feel like these people are not settled, not grounded in their life, but really they choose to live life in a more detached way, and not detached in the sense of not connecting with people, but not feeling this deep emotional attachment to things, just this inner knowing and understanding that there's a world, there's life, there's more to life than what meets the eye, and we don't have to be attached. We can be mutable and allow ourselves to adapt and to change. Now, your moon element really signifies, or could potentially signify, the type of relationship that you have with a maternal figure. And what I noticed mainly about fire moons, I am a fire moon as well, these are folks that have a cool relationship with a parent. It might not necessarily be this deep emotional relationship, but it's going to be a very friendly, a very cool relationship, which does well in adulthood, but maybe in childhood not as much. And with Sag energy, Sag always needing to explore, always needing to learn, to be on a quest. This can potentially be a person that might have come from a immigrant household. I wouldn't be surprised. Sag does rule foreign travel. And it could be a person that experienced a lot of travel in their childhood, a lot of moving around, maybe from different countries, or maybe having parents in the military, or just constantly moving around. Anytime Sag is in that big three, the sun, the moon, or the rising, there's going to be travel, moving around, language learning. And I wouldn't also be surprised if this person's maternal parent was very independent. And with this maternal parent being independent, it caused this maternal parent to be present in the child's life, but to also be very present in their own independent life. So Sag is very unbounded. So their relationship is there, but it's not an attachment of a relationship. It's a relationship where you understand that at some point you have to leave the nest. You have to move away from your family, and it's okay to have distance in one's family relationship. So I wouldn't be surprised about that. But if that's not the case, again, this isn't law. You got to look at different aspects in your chart, and I can do that as well. So that's mainly what we have for Sag moons. Really, really fun, outgoing people based off of their views, their beliefs, their truth, givers to everyone, socialites, and really constantly in this state of learning, obtaining knowledge, obtaining wisdom, so that they can continue on this quest of their life. Sagittarius really view life as a quest, as a journey. So these are people that really need their own lane to explore. They're very courageous, very bold, very big personalities, and extremely just fun and optimistic beings. So thank you for that, everyone. That's all we have for Sag moon. We will be back next for a Capricorn moon video. Bye, y'all.